From a $1 chain that helped a player win a World Series, to chains that cost MLB stars every other price, all the way up to a $250,000 chain. MLB Players chains are only going to get more expensive as we move on, starting with Mookie Betts' good luck charm. Now listen, I'm not talking about the solid gold chain he wears all the time, because we'll get to expensive chains like that soon. I'm talking about when Mookie's fan wore a chain, or string with a plastic baseball and bat, then gifted Mookie some for him to wear.
Everybody said they liked it, and now it's kind of a staple. It's been with me for 2 World Series, and hopefully many more.
And Mookie not only decided to wear that one and many other colors in every single game he played, it eventually helped him have one of the best years of his career to eventually win an MVP.
Whoever gave me this necklace has been my good luck charm this year, so just want to say thank you.
And after that, Mookie kept wearing the $1 plastic chains for years until he won not 1, not 2, but 3 World Series. And speaking of winning championships like that, that's what led to chains worth 5,000 times as much for Astros players. Because when one of Houston's biggest Astros fans and best rappers, not Travis, Trey the Truth, watched his boys get the final out of a World Series, he didn't just want them to celebrate with a silver trophy. Trey eventually met with his jeweler to get the Astros some chains. Every single player on the team got a chain of the Astros throwback logo in gold that's completely flooded in diamonds. So I was definitely jealous of players getting those and getting to take pics with them. The chains cost $5,000 each. Jose Ramirez's chain cost even more and only happened because man's obsessed with himself. I already thought dude had a huge ego after I noticed that he likes every single one of his own Instagram pics. And man wears shirts of himself that's wearing a shirt of himself. But then Jose did something way more expensive by getting a gold and diamond chain with a pendant that has a pic of himself. Now that is actually, kind of makes me want to get a HitFlix chain. I'll tell you what, if you subscribe, I'll buy it for next video. So real quick, subscribe and be ready for that. Anyways, Jose chain was something he wore so much that his squad even created replicas of it to give away to fans. But honestly, those have nothing on his real version that costs 25 grand, or some of the other chains that we have coming up in this video. There's a chain so crazy, it literally made the news.
It's shining like the sun.
Then there's a 6-figure chain of a player's favorite instrument, a chain that even had rappers glazing them.
In this one, nah.
That's a little bit too much.
You crazy to go.
There's even a player's necklace I thought only girls would wear, and so much more. But before we get to all of those, count with me. There's 1, 2, 3 MLB players that all got chains of their jersey number. Now, starting with another player whose jersey I be wearing all the time, Fernando Tatis. This man be wearing the sexiest number of all time, 23. So, it's only right he made it even sexier by getting it made out of yellow gold, diamonds, and of course has some brown on it to represent his Padres colors. So Tatis not only put it on before he even left the jewelry store, Ronald Acuña's jersey number 13 might be lower than Tatis's, but his chain of the number costs just as much. Gold, diamonds, of course it was the usual, but his pendant of the jersey number was red and blue, which obviously matches his squad's colors and I'd assume is why he wears it during game. But that was still the same price as Wander Franco's chain, and just look at this thing, man. His isn't just sitting on one of the shiniest tennis chains that I've ever seen. His jersey number 5 is outlined in light blue, just like his team's main color. His own teammates even started wearing replicas of the number 5 for whatever reason, but they gotta be careful cause Wander and things under 18 never end well. Regardless, his and the other guys' chains look just like NFL star Joe Burrow's jersey number chain, and since I found out his cost him $30,000, there's no way these other players didn't spend just as much. But when it comes to Juan Soto, he doesn't just also have a shiny jersey number chain. His most expensive chain was honestly kinda disrespectful because it was inspired by him taunting his opponents. This move where he slides his feet, stares at the pitcher all cocky, and even grabs his sack is known as the Soto Shuffle. And even though that iconic taunt is something opposing fan bases hate, Soto decided to wear that special move around his neck. The shuffle got turned into a pennant where his skin is all silver, his accessories are solid gold, and his jersey and helmet are all diamond. But not only that, the back is even engraved to say WS 2019, to shout out his World Series win.
I love it.
And Soto doesn't just love it, man. It's a chain he wears during interviews, flexes at red carpet events, everywhere, because it cost him $40,000. But, alright, let's get pretty real for a second, because not every MLB player's chain represents something funny or good. What Alex Verdugo wears represents someone who could die. Alex's mom is the most important person in his life, because she helped raise him into the man he is today. So when she was sadly diagnosed with breast cancer just months after his grandma passed away from the same disease, Alex wasn't just forced to stay strong for his family. He actually decided to buy a chain to motivate his mom to get better.
Obviously my mom got diagnosed with cancer, and I have a necklace that was made and, basically with the breast cancer ribbons, pink, and then with like hearts in between. So I just told my mom, when you beat cancer, because I know you will, like this is your chain. Very grateful my mom's super strong, man. I saw her tear up when I told her, she cried.
Man, his mom couldn't hold back tears knowing what her son did for her. And well, she ended up using the chain with breast cancer ribbons and hearts on it as motivation. Because while continuing to battle her disease for over 2 years, eventually she became cancer-free. Wow, Alex's chain might honestly have helped her survive, so even though it cost him $50,000, every penny he spent was worth it. But alright, not every MLB player's chain is so deep, and I could see a player gifting a chain to a girl. Now, I never, ever thought a player would buy themselves a chain that only girls would wear, until Francisco Lindor proved me wrong when he got a chain of basically every color of the rainbow, man. It's made out of different colored stones like diamonds, amethysts, sapphires, rubies, emeralds, and more. But all jokes aside, it's actually got significant meanings.
It symbolizes my family, the different color schemes I have, different birthstones. They symbolize how life to me is, that not everything is the same, not everyone's the same, but you gotta treat them the same.
And yeah, I guess it makes sense he'd wear that while talking about things he can't live without, cause I mean, he's like never not wearing the $60,000 chain. But Jazz Chisholm's even more expensive chain came from his favorite anime. Since One Piece is Jazz's favorite show,
You the biggest anime fan in professional sports, do you think?
Of course.
No contest?
Of course, that was no contest.
Jazz didn't just get a small diamond chain of the main character's straw hat. Jazz actually showed up to picture day wearing one of the most unique chains ever. Made out of rose and white gold, it wasn't just the chain that looked insane. Jazz's huge pendant of the main character has diamonds almost everywhere on the piece. And since it shines like crazy, it was not just Jazz who loved the chain. The official One Piece Twitter account even replied to a pic of him wearing it, cause it cost how much?
Oh, the most I spent on a chain? I could say 6 figures though. I'll say that.
How much? Jazz really spent $100,000 for some neck? I would've gave it for free. But anyways, Ronald Acuña didn't just spend more, he bought a chain of a deadly animal.
Oh man!
Gorillas like that are not just 400 pounds of pure muscle and can definitely beat 100 men in a fight. The ways they dominate the jungle reminds Acuña of how he dominates in real life. That's why he not only created a baseball team in his home country that have jerseys with a gorilla on them and say La Bestia, which means the beast. Acuña got that, along with this vicious looking gorilla covered in diamonds. Oh, and I can't forget each link on the chain are also huge baguette diamonds. And I definitely can't forget to mention that each link on the chain are also huge baguette diamonds, so I do not blame Mance for wearing it while playing for his own team. It cost $140,000. But even a team name chain isn't as expensive as Fernando Tatis's nickname chain.
El Nino, you are unbelievable.
See, El Nino is something Tatis has been called ever since he was a little boy, cause well, I mean, according to Google, it means the boy in Spanish. And since I'm just giving out free language lessons, suscríbete a HitFlix means subscribe to HitFlix, so what the hell are you doing, man? Subscribe! But anyways, Tatis's nickname followed him into the MLB, where he not only created merch saying El Nino, it was written all over when he became the cover athlete for MLB The Show, and it got painted next to him on a giant mural, so Tatis eventually bought this. The chain itself already looked expensive, then it has a little boy emoji that connects to his nickname in different sized diamonds. And once Tatis got the chain, it seemed like he hasn't taken it off since, not during different interviews or even while playing in games, cause he loves wearing the $200,000 chain like a name tag. But last, and obviously not least, since, we've only gotten more expensive as we moved on, like I kinda said we would earlier, there's been a lot of different chains throughout this video, and yet 2 players have the absolute most expensive chains in MLB history. So, to see who gets to go first. Alright, let's start with Ronald Acuña, cause his chain came from winning an iconic award. It was March 30th, 2023, opening day, and it was just the first day of a soon-to-be legendary season for Acuña. He wasn't just going off damn near every single game. He eventually made MLB history by becoming the first player ever to have 40 home runs with 70 stolen bases in a single season, which was obviously already a legendary moment, but that earned him the right to be unanimously voted as the National League MVP, so he rewarded himself with some ice. This man got a golden diamond chain, then paired it with a matching pennant that, obviously, in different shaped diamonds, says MVP. Now, that may be a bust down if I ever saw one, but hold on. Trumpets, please? Yeah, I mean, I just wanted trumpets to play for no reason, because, I kind of like the sound, and even though it has nothing to do whatsoever with what we're getting to, no, I'm just kidding, because Edwin Diaz's chain actually got inspired by trumpets. His walkout song has trumpets blasting throughout the stadium speakers pretty much any time he comes in to pitch. And the song isn't just ironically made by a guy named Timmy Trumpets. Edwin's walkout paired with the song became so popular in New York that fans and mascots started always playing mini trumpets pretty much every single game. So not long after Edwin got to actually meet the artist of his favorite song, it inspired him to get a chain. The chain has his jersey number in blue gems to match his team's colors. Then the pennant has a blue trumpet with even more blue gems all around it. And I could see why Edwin put it on right when he met up with the jeweler, because he blew $250,000 just to get it. $250,000 for... And yet, this video's free to click? Bro, I just saved you so much money compared to what those MLB players spent, so, I mean, you might as well just click it, because it's here, it's free, and I'm trying to get a chain. I can't live with myself if I don't get a chain, man. Just help me. Please, click it.